everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to learn some basic networking required for EC2, and in this video we will cover what is VPC, subnet, route table, what is internet gateway, what are security groups, and what is network access control list. So before launching servers in AWS, we need to understand something very important called a VPC. VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud. Now let me explain this in a very simple way. Imagine you are building a company and you need an office building. Inside the office, you decide how many rooms you want, who can enter this which room, and how people inside building can communicate with each other. In AWS, a VPC works exactly like that office building, but for cloud resources. A VPC is basically your own private network inside AWS, where you can launch servers like virtual machines, databases, and other AWS resources. This is the best part that you finally in control of this network. Everything you create inside an AWS account, you'll have to create inside a VPC. And by default, there is a VPC which is created for you. You can also choose this, but if you want your custom VPC, your custom networking, you can choose and you can create your own VPC. Inside a VPC, you can control IP address ranges. This means you decide which network range your cloud resources will use. And let me tell you something, you can only create a VPC with private IP classes. We will discuss this further while doing practical. Second, we can create subnets inside a VPC. Subnets are like smaller sections inside your network where you can organize your resources. In this video, we will only discuss the theoretical part, and in the next video, I will explain everything hands-on. Third thing, we can configure routing. This defines how traffic moves inside your network and how it connects to the internet. And the fourth thing is managed security. You can control which resources allowed it to communicate with each other and which ones are accessible from outside. So if you look at, so remember this important concept, which is nothing important in AWS networking start without a VPC. It is the foundation of cloud infrastructure. Now that we understand what a VPC is, let's move one step deeper and talk about subnets. A subnet is basically a smaller network inside your VPC. First, we will create, in order to create our own networking, we create a VPC, and then inside this VPC, we create a subnet, and all the resources are created inside a subnet. Let me explain this with a simple example. Imagine your VPC is a big city. Inside that city, you have different areas or sector. For example, a residential area, business, resident, restricted government zones. Similarly, inside a VPC, we create subnets to organize our resources properly. So you can think of a subnet as a section of your network where we place our server and services. Now in AWS, there are mainly two types of subnets: public subnet and a private subnet. Public subnet is a subnet that communicate with internet. This is where we usually place web servers, load balancers, application that uses that users access online. So that is why we use public subnet, because these resources need to be reachable from outside AWS. The second type of subnet is private subnet. A private subnet does not directly connect to the internet. This is where we place secure and sensitive resources such as any database, backend services, internal applications, and many more things. For example, your database should not be accessible from the internet for security reasons. So we keep it inside a private subnet. Now, let's understand another important concept in AWS networking called a route table. A route table controls how traffic moves inside your VPC. In simple words, it decides where the traffic from your subnet should go. As you can see in this diagram, this is VPC and this is a public subnet. And inside this public subnet, there are three EC2 instances. So let's understand the concept of route table in with the help of a simple analogy. Imagine you are driving in a city. At every intersection, there are signboards telling you where to go, like city center, highway, airport. Without those directions, traffic would be completely confused. In AWS, route table work exactly like those direction boards. It tell AWS if traffic is going to a certain destination, send it through this path. Now let's connect this with our previous slide about subnets. Every subnet inside a VPC is associated with the route table. As you can see, this is the public subnet and this subnet is associated with this route table. And in this route table, we have made an entry that accept every traffic from this internet gateway. And this internet gateway will provide internet to the resources inside this subnet, which are these lambda, which is this lambda function, and as well as these EC2 instances. That is how we make our resources public. So the route table decides how traffic from the subnet will travel. For example, if the traffic need to access the internet, the route table will send this traffic to something called an internet gateway, as you can see there. So the flow look like this. Traffic start from subnet. This is the subnet, and then it checks the route table. This is the route table, and based on rules, in route tables we write rules. It goes to the internet through internet gateway, and this is exactly what you see in this diagram on the screen. So remember this important idea: subnets holds your resources and route tables decide how their traffic moves. In real world AWS architectures, configuring route tables correctly is very important for internet access, security, and proper network communication. Now, let's talk about something that allows our resources to connect to the outside world, which is known as Internet Gateway. Internet Gateway is a component in AWS that allows communication between your VPC and Internet. In simpler words, it acts like a door between your private cloud network and public internet. Let's understand Internet Gateway with a real life example. Imagine your house. Inside your house, everything is private and secure. But if you want to go outside or if someone wants to visit you, you need a main gate. So in AWS, Internet Gateway works exactly like that main gate. It allows traffic to go from VPC to internet or to the internet to VPC. Now, this is very important when we launch EC2 instances. If you want your EC2 instances to be accessible publicly, for example, for hosting a website, running a web application, allowing users to connect to your server, then your EC2 instance must have to access internet gateway. EC2 instance connect through internet gateway and then it communicate with internet. So remember this key concept, which is if there is no internet gateway attached to your VPC, your EC2 instances cannot be accessed from the internet. If you are still confused about these networking components, don't worry, I'll do everything hands-on in the next video. Now let's talk about something very important for protecting your servers in AWS, and this is called a security group. A security group acts as a firewall for your EC2 instances. In simpler words, it controls who is allowed to connect to your server and what traffic it allowed to leave your server. There are two main things that a security group controls. The first thing is inbound rule. Inbound rule Inbound traffic means incoming request to your EC2 instance. For example, if someone wants to connect to your server from their laptop, that is inbound traffic. The second one is outbound traffic. Outbound traffic means traffic going out from your EC2 instance to other services or the internet. For example, if a server need to download updates or communicate with another server, that is outbound traffic. Now let's look at some common real world example. If you want to connect to your EC2 instance using SSH, which is how we log into Linux servers, you must allow port 22, which is SSH, in the security group. If you allow this inside your security group, you will be able to connect to your EC2 instance. If you are hosting a website, then you need to allow HTTP traffic, which runs on port 80. So basically, security group defines rules that controls what traffic is allowed. You can think of like a security group standing outside your server. Only the traffic that follows the rules is allowed to enter. So remember this important concept. Without the correct security group rules, you might not be able to connect to your EC2 instance, even if everything else is configured correctly. And don't worry, later in this course, we will create a security group step by step and configure rules like SSH access, web access, and many more. Now let's talk about another feature in AWS called Network ACLs, which is also known as Network Access Control List, NACLs. A network access control list is additional layer of security that works at subnet level. So security group works at instance level and network access control list works at the subnet level. So remember this, security group protect EC2 instances while network ACLs protect the entire subnet. Let me explain this in very simple way. Imagine a building. First, there is a security at the building entrance, and then there is a security at each individual room. In AWS networking, it works in a similar way. The network ACLs act like a security at the entrance of the subnet, and it checks the traffic before it even reaches your EC2 instances. If the traffic is allowed by the network ACL, then it moves forward toward the instance. After that, the security group checks the traffic again at the instance level. So basically, AWS gives us multiple layers of protection. Now, just like a security group, a network ACL also controls two types of traffic, which is inbound traffic and outbound traffic. Inbound traffic means traffic coming to the subnet. So it determines traffic coming to the subnet. And outbound traffic, which means traffic leaves from the subnet. But here is a key difference you should remember, which I've already told, that security group work at the instance level and network ACLs work at subnet level. Now let's understand how these things work together. When a users try to access your application, the traffic comes from the internet. This is the internet, and then it passes through the internet gateway. So the traffic comes from internet and it passes through internet gateway, and in internet gateway we have associated this route table to this public subnet, and inside this route table we have made an entry to this internet gateway. So the internet gateway, when the traffic enters the internet gateway, it enters the VPC. This is the VPC and goes to the subnet, and this is public subnet, and finally it reaches EC2 instance, and these EC2 instances are protected by security groups. So this is how everything works. Security groups and network ACLs protect the instance during this process. And if there is a NACL associated with this public subnet and if the public subnet does not allow SSH, so this rule will be ruled out before it reaches the subnet. So that is how everything works together. This is it for the theory part. In the next video, I'll explain everything hands on.